has all led us here to this great city of Baltimore.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Baltimore, Maryland, let's get ready to rumble! We are!
If there's anybody that's a big star in Baltimore, it's you. In Baltimore, whether you like it or not, you better learn to live with it, because I'm the best there is.
This tonight is Championship Wrestling returns to Baltimore at the Baltimore Civic Center tonight.
And I have picked Baltimore out to be the place where this war is going to come to an end, because they got a lot of nice, fine hospitals there.
You know it, I know it, and Baltimore is.
It's the night of champions in Baltimore, Maryland in the Civic Center.
Hello wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestle-Rama, where today we're taking a look at the program from March 19th, 1973, a WWWF show took place at the Baltimore Civic Center. Here's the actual program. We'll be going through it. Before we get into the program itself, I want to remind you to check us out online, WrestleRama.com. We have a ton of old school nostalgia, wrestling programs, ticket stubs, match results, anything you can think of on the website. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, give the channel a subscribe. Check us out on all of our social media outlets. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find us at Wrestle-Rama. And again, the homepage is WrestleRama.com. RASSLERAMA.com. And now let's get into the program. March 19th, 1973. Almost 50 years ago. This is the actual program we're going through. Phil Zacca was the promoter, sanctioned and supervised by Maryland State Athletic Commission with approval of Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Chairman D. Chester O'Sullivan, Willie Ginsburg was the president. On the front of the program, we see WWWF champion Pedro Morales. He had won the title about 2 years prior, so he was 2 years into his title reign. Tonight, he faces Moondog Mayne. Morales to answer challenge of Texan Moondog Mayne. That should be Maine, not Mame. For WWF title belt. Here's a little write-up on the show. I don't know why they spell it Maine like that. C-M-A-Y-M-E. It's definitely Maine. Look, the event caps a super strong 8-match card featuring 18 mat greats from around the globe. Of course, at the bottom, watch wrestling each Saturday afternoon, 4 to 5 p.m. on WBFF TV 45. This was before they were a Fox affiliate. This was before Fox was an affiliate. And the box office at the Civic Center is open daily from 10 to 6 p.m. Let's get inside the program. Over here, Tor Tanaka tackles Bobo Brazil in co-feature. U.S. heavy title up for grabs. So there's Tor Tanaka. There's Bobo Brazil, the master of the Cocoa Butt. Here's a little write-up on their show. I mean, on their match, rather. Little write-up there. Indian Strongbow to face Japan's Mr. Fuji. There's Chief J. Strongbow. About 9 years later, so this was in 73, 9 years later, Chief J will be teaming with Jules Strongbow to face Mr. Fuji, spelled with a J, and Mr. Saito for the WWF Tag Team titles. Old favorites and new faces is the theme in Phil Zacco's big spring opening Civic Center wrestling card. Bringing back Chief J Strongbow, the proud Oklahoma Indian bears it out. The Chief faces Mr. Fuji from Japan in a special event. Both contestants have been seen in tough tests here in the past, but none tougher than the one they will both face here on March 19th. And that is not Mr. Fuji, that's Sonny King. Kind of an odd placement for a picture. Over here, we have the lineup for the evening. We'll go over that in the middle from the bottom to the top. And can't forget that parking special, guys. 75 cents. Allows you to park there from 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. or all day Saturday or all day Sunday. Favor Park Under. That parking garage is still there. I don't think it's called Favor, but it's still there. I think it is called like Parking Down Under or something. There is the fashion plate of wrestling, classy Freddie Blassie, who would later become legendary WWF manager. He was actually the Iron Sheik's manager when the Sheik beat Hulk Hogan for the WWF title. Excuse me, when the Sheik beat Bob Backlund and lost to Hulk Hogan for the heavyweight title. So Fred Blassie to meet King. So that's Sonny King we saw over there. Fred Blassie's going to wrestle him. Handsome blonde Freddie Blassie has come east again. And there's a little write-up. They talk about the Pacific Coast Championship. And there's Freddie with the belt. Freddie was a legend on the West Coast and in Japan. I mean, he was a legendary manager for WWF, but West Coast and Japan, he was legendary. So let's get to the show. Baltimore Civic Center, Monday, March 19th. So even before Monday Night Raw, WWF was running shows on Monday nights, and this was just a house show. Wrestling program presented by Capital Wrestling Phil Zacco. So Monday, March 19th. First match was at 8:30. And with 8 matches, and I'm assuming an intermission, this had to go until about 11 o'clock, maybe later. Opening match, Joe Turco versus Tony Guru. I don't think that's supposed to be Tony Gurria, because Tony Gurria was from New Zealand, and they have Minneapolis. So Turco versus Guru. Rip McCord versus El Olympico. Buddy Wolf versus Gorilla Monsoon. Freddie Blassie versus Sonny King. Special attraction, Mr. Fuji versus Chief J Strongbow. 4-girl tag match. 2 out of 3 falls. 1 hour time limit. I'm positive they didn't go anywhere near an hour. This was probably, I'm betting you, this was probably the popcorn match. The match right after intermission. Dottie Downs and Paula Kay versus Debbie Johnson and Peggy Patterson. U.S. Championship, 1 fall, 30 minutes. Tor Tanaka versus Bobo Brazil. And for the WWWF World Championship, 1 fall to a finish. Your challenger, Moondog Mayne versus Pedro Morales, your champion. Let's kind of take in the whole program here. Let's flip to the back page, where they talk about an added attraction to the 8-bout card, a stirring ladies tag team tussle. And there's a little write-up on the ladies. And over here, coming at Civic Center, 4 Big Mat Saturdays. Promoter Phil Zacco has arranged for spring '73 right into summer. at least 4 Saturday nights of top headline wrestling. Watch for dates and the biggest stars of the match. So this was back in the day when WWF would come to the Civic Center every month. Imagine that, every month. And every show was a great show. It wasn't a pay-per-view. It wasn't a Monday Night Raw or a AEW Dynamite, but those shows were great. You can get tickets by mail. You can request your favorite location and send a check with stamped self-addressed return envelope. Ticket prices are $250, $350, and $450. And I guess these are the women. That's a little provocative for 1973. All right, let's look at the mailing portion. So the program would come to you in the mail. I don't want to fold it up, but it would come to you in the mail like this. That's the return address. A little write-up on tonight's matches, value, time, matter, bulk rate, U.S. postage, and the mailing address, the mailing sticker, the address label. So here's the front of the program again. March 19th, 1973. Give us a comment if you were alive when this show took place. You don't have to tell us when you were born, what year, or anything. Just give us a comment if you were born when this show took place. Alright, that's it for this look back. And today we looked back at March 19th, 1973 at the Baltimore Civic Center. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Check us out online, WrestleRama.com. You can get all of our podcasts there as well. And until next time, guys, take care and see ya.